part 1 of 4 in my newest series called 4 Weeks to 4 Figures. There is literally nothing better in this world than knowing that you are able to provide for yourself, for your family, and for your future self by being your own boss. If you are watching this video, you more than likely are on your own freelancing journey, or you've heard a little bit about freelancing and you're interested in jumping into a side hustle that is ethical and can bring you more money than you ever imagined with you in the driver's seat. I just took this lifestyle full time in April of 2022. I just officially this week broke the $500,000 mark. Yes, you heard me right, $500,000 working for myself, serving the most incredible clients in the world, and only putting in about 20 hours of work on a weekly basis. So if all of this sounds like something that you're interested in as well, stick around to the end of this video because this is part 1 of 4 in my newest series called 4 Weeks to 4 Figures. Over the next 4 weeks together, we are going to deep dive into exactly what you need to do on a weekly basis to make this lifestyle a reality. I'm gonna give you the secret sauce that I use in my business on a daily basis that will allow you to start reaching 4 figures within just 4 weeks. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Now, week 1 is very foundational, especially if you have never done freelancing before. It's really imperative we get the fundamental pieces done first in the early stages of building your business. I myself did not do these things early on, and it caused me self-sabotage for 15 months. It made me lose out on over $100,000 in revenue because I didn't really know what I was doing. I wasn't finding the right clients for me and my personality and the services I was offering, and I was charging way under what I should have been the entire time. Everything that we do over the next 4 weeks will stem from this fundamental groundwork that we are going to set today. So I like to call week 1, who are you and why the hell are you doing this? The first thing that I like all of my ladies to do is understand exactly what freelancing is. So with freelancing, you're basically taking the skill set that you either already have right now, or you can go out and learn, and offering those skills as services to clients across the world. So instead of you only working for one company, doing those skills and offering those services by being their employee, you are instead able to work with multiple different clients from multiple different industries and expand your ability to impact the world and the ability to impact your own income. This is a legitimate, full-blown career that can literally last as short or as long as you'd like, and you can put as much time as you want into it as well. But remember, with freelancing, as much as you put in is exactly what you're gonna get out. You have full control over your financial future, how much time you're working on a weekly basis, how many clients you are owning at a single time, and if you want more money one month, you strictly just go out and land another client. Next up, I want you to spend as much time as physically possible thinking about your why. You need to have a fundamental foundational why that you are so passionate about. So when the going gets tough, not if, when the going gets tough, you are devoted to something that is bigger than what you're currently going through at that moment. I want you to deep dive into exactly why you are doing this. Don't just say for time freedom, for more money. What does that actually mean to you? Let's get down to the bottom of it so that your why becomes your driving force every single day. Now what I want you to do is think about your perfect day. And I'm not talking about your perfect work day. That's really important. Of course, that's something I want you to do. But truly, what does a perfect day for you look like right now? You 5 years from now, what is that person doing? What is she driving? Where does she live? How is she managing her time? Who are the people around her? How much time is she pouring into the community? I want you to get really serious, very intentional with answering these questions for yourself. What does your perfect day look like with or without work? And then what we're gonna do is build a freelancing business around that perfect day for you. The next thing I want you to do is get your mind right. Let's get real serious for a second. If you are working in a 9-to-5 right now, you got hired by someone to do a certain set of skills in that role, right? Someone had to determine you were worth it. Someone had to talk to the hiring committee and confirm that they wanted to move forward with you as a new employee. And then for the next 2 years, you handled those tasks. Maybe they gave you more tasks because you were doing them so well. If one person did it in a company, if a hiring committee agreed to hire you for that role, for those skills, isn't it safe to assume that there are probably 1,000 other people that have the exact same roles that are open within their own business? And isn't it further safe to assume that in order to save money for the business, in order to cut costs on payroll, they'd be looking for someone like you with your skill set, with your determination, with your work ethic that can work with them, not for them. You are capable of making 4 figures a month or more working for yourself. Next up, what I want you to do is think about your perfect client. So we talked about our perfect day. We talked about our why so that we can then put our best self out into the world. Now, we need to attract the other best people to us. So I want you to take some time and write down, who is this client? What do they look like? What does it feel like to work with them? Do they curse? Do they have tattoos? Are they punctual? Do they make you feel empowered? I want you to write all of those things down of who an ideal person to work with would look like. And then I want you to write, on the other hand, what someone you don't want to work with could look like. Are they overbearing? Do they not respect your time? Do they push back on every price you give them and try to get discounts every time? Let's write 2 different columns. The good, the bad. I want you to be able to see this person, envision them. And then I also want you to envision who they shouldn't be so that you have the innate ability to say yay or nay when the time comes. Next up, we're gonna get professional. We're gonna start building out who you are as a business. We're gonna start understanding how self-employment taxes work. We're gonna set up a business bank account. We're gonna determine if we wanna be an independent contractor, a sole proprietor, an LLC. You're gonna make all of those decisions in that first week so that you can get going on week 2 on exactly how to start pushing these services that you're gonna offer out to the world. Last but not least, in week 1, I want you to take an inventory of your current skill set. We already know who we wanna be. We already know who we want to work with, and we already know exactly what a perfect day and a perfect work day could look like for us. Lastly, we're going to jump into how to make those perfect work days actually happen. I want you to take an inventory of your current skill set, whether you're currently in a 9-to-5 or you're already freelancing a little bit on the side. Figure out what you already bring to the table. I don't want you to just say, oh, I'm good at social media marketing. What does that actually mean? You're good at copywriting. You're good at creating content. You're good at managing a community. I want you to break down and get as granular as physically possible about what you believe your current skill set is. And the questions that we're going to answer within this journey is who we want to be, who we want to serve, and then in the coming weeks, we will figure out how exactly to serve them based on that skill set. That is a lot of homework to do in week 1. I'm actually gonna go ahead and link the PDF below. We did a really high level overview of the things I want you to focus on, but if you're interested in deep diving into each of these individual things, I actually have a 30-day freelance freedom roadmap that breaks down every single one of these into individual days. So week 1 is day 1 through 7, and I'm going to walk you through every single day how to make these things happen for yourself with templates, with resources, with guided questionnaires. So if you're interested in grabbing that, I will also pop that link in the description as well. I hope you guys enjoyed part 1 of this 4-part series, and I will see you next week for week 2.